Dun, 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 dun. Okay.
Well dark in the Underdark.
Yeah, you're completely dark. Yes.
Except for the glowing headset.
I'll be moving around tonight because I can't sit in one place for 2 hours.
Okay, that's fine. I think. Okay, just a minute. Dun, 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 dun. So, does anyone want to start with a short recap of what we did last session while I try to set up the stream?
Yeah, I can do that. I can do it for the entire campaign also if you want from the beginning.
Sure, yeah, don't go too deep, otherwise it will take a long time, but sure, do it. Thanks,
yeah.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, well, yeah. Well, Eliot and myself, Vakil, started in Vilsfar region and did some adventures there and got into trouble with the guards there and tried to escape into Underdark and got captured by Drow. So we end out in a Drow prison along with several other prisoners. We also had a warlock with us named Karen. And after some trouble in the prison, we managed to escape and ran away from the Drow with several other prisoners. Along the way, we had a few fights with the Drow and ran into a orc fortress that was cursed with a lot of tentacle creatures around there, while still trying to escape from the Drow. And that's when Verendis and Rasparo joined us, literally dropped on our head in some strange drilling machine. So we explored the Orc Fortress and found some cursed book, and we destroyed the cursed book that lifted the curse, and all the tentacle monsters thingies was freed. And then we went on towards Dark Lake to try to get out of Underdark. And along the way we swam in a underground river, and a few of us almost drowned, but we were saved by a very friendly mind flayer who lived in a tower, and he invited us in for dinner to eat with us. Yeah. So we accepted his invitation since we didn't really know what a mind flayer was, and well, we found out that he wanted to eat our brain, but we managed to kill him first. And that's when Kayron left us. He decided to stay in the tower, and we continued on. Along the way towards Dark Lake, we ran into some mad deep dwarves that was building a bomb or something like that. And we had Rasparo. He knew one of them. He was also like a tinker dwarf, and he was helping to build the bomb, while the rest of us was trying to, dismantle the bomb. But luckily, we managed to dismantle it before it was finished. And then we went down to Sloop Ledoop, where we met the Kuator fish people, and was invited into the Sea Mother Shrine by the leader there, who wanted us to kill his daughter, who was in the Deep Father Shrine, worshipping in I can't remember what they called it, but it was Demogorgon, something like Bimu Gorgon or something like that. They called it. And we went to talk to her because we thought it was strange that a father wanted to kill his own daughter. And when we wanted to talk to them, the fish people captured the father and sacrificed him before our eyes, where we did nothing. And that raised the Demogorgon from the Dark Lake, and he destroyed Stoop-de-Doop completely.
Yeah.
But we luckily managed to escape. But 2 of the 3 prisoners that escaped with us died. NPCs. We had an orc and a drow with us, and they were killed. But Jimjar, a deep gnome who was guiding us here, is still alive. And we just escaped from this horrible attack, and are trying to figure out where to move on from here, since we needed these fish people to guide us across the Dark Lake to the Deep Gnome City to try to get out of Underdark from there.
Yep. And if
That's where we are.
yeah, that's perfect. And if I remember correctly, Rosporo started. He's still with us, even if not his body in spirit. So he started to build this makeshift raft out of the debris that are currently floating on the Dark Lake. So he started, approached the water and started, collecting all kinds of debris, wood, ropes, weed, whatever that can be used to build a raft. And Jimjar is basically, looking around and grumbling to himself. Oh, I can't believe we lost the opportunity to get a guide. How the hell are we gonna cross that lake? I'll bet you 50 gold. We aren't gonna, somebody will drown. 50 gold on that. Someone will end up underwater, dying.
Oh,
I won't take that bet.
So.
I can't really remember. Did we do we already have a plan or?
No, not really. But we have a boat and a makeshift raft. I think the boat could hold 3 or 4 people.
And I think
And
the
the raft.
big demon thing is gone.
It left Dark Lake. I went back to scout the city and saw trails from it leading further into the caves, away from the Dark Lake.
Oh, so it's not in the lake anymore.
No.
No.
Okay. Then then I think we could maybe pass the lake.
Yeah, but we don't have any guide, so we might get lost.
There
So
must be some fish people somewhere. I mean, they're not all dead, are they?
I couldn't find any. We could try to go back and look again.
So, what do you decide?
It sounds like a good idea to go back to see if we can find any surviving fish people.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll need
Before
a guide
we-
if we're gonna get
yeah.
anywhere.
Hmm.
Okay. So it's just you heading toward the village again, or is anyone else coming?
I
I think we should
think I
all
would go with. Yeah. Probably safer.
Okay. Then in this case, Elliot and Vakil, you start, heading back again toward the village, and still there is this vast silence that is engulfing everything. The water are still. Nothing moves in the air, and you feel this oppressing presence of that demon that you have just witnessed, devastating everything and rising up from the water. Verendis, you stay with Rosporo and Jimjar as they work to build the raft.
Yeah,
And-
I try to help them.
Okay. And at this point, while Vakil and Elliot, you walk toward the village, I'll jump to Skish and Deum. that you two stand on the shore just between the village and the group that you have been following for the last couple of minutes, while eyeing the two draw smugglers that you had a deal with before. You hear those two draw debating how to subdue the group that you're following, and it seems like the draw are excited that the group has split, and one of them tells the other, oh look, they're now split. We have only two to deal with. We can take him out quickly, and then we can take the rest. Ilvara will pay us nicely for their heads.
Can Dayam and I speak without being heard by the drow?
Can you speak with
With each other without being heard by the drow? Or are we far enough away?
Yes, as long as you whisper, or yeah, sure.
Okay. And just to clarify, those drow, they've got our money, but they either never gave us our map or never had it?
They never gave you the map. You think they
Okay.
have it.
Okay, so shall we, Dayam? Take those drow?
I think you should cast the diversion. Perhaps I should sneak in there.
Let's see.
How far are these drow away from us?
As far as you want. And Morton and Daniel, I need you to make a perception check.
And do these drow have rapiers like swords, or are they? Weaponless.
So when you look at them, they both ready their crossbows, and you see that each of them opens a vial of some liquid, and they pour it on the arrowhead as they kind of position themselves to hit at the approaching two figures.
Right. So if I have my druthers, we'd be within 30 feet. I can cast Entangle if we need to move right now, and then you can rush in, and I'll support you with spells. I've got some spells that can damage them from distance.
Okay, you obviously don't know me very well, mate.
No,
I
I've never seen you fight, so.
No, I have a feeling if we do it that way, I will die straight away. So I have a better plan, my druid friend. We have not fought together before. However, we've been going through the Underdark silently and without trace. Nobody's bothered us due to my amazing skills. So I think that you should go and alert these people. If we can let's think of a tactic here. Maybe we should alert these people, which they are in jeopardy. We can ally them onto our sides to get this map back. I'll cast darkness on the drow, making them confused. You get their attention. If you have any problems, cast your entangling vines on the drow to hold them still. Mm-hmm. If I need to go in, I'll go in and give one a kick in the head, bring him down, and hopefully by that time, our friends would have rallied to us and would be good, competent fighters.
Yeah, I'm all for getting the drow or those whoever they are. I don't even know what races you guys are, so getting them on our side.
Okay, so
like I said, they've got a deep gnome with them, so that would be useful for us.
Okay, so Dayam, you wanna? Okay, great. So Dayam, you want to cast darkness on them, and then Skish will cover you from the back and see how things develop, and then.
No, I'm gonna rush down to the party that the drow are watching.
Okay.
And let them know that they're about to be ambushed.
Great. So Vakil, you and Elliot, as you move forward, you see this strange scene. And Skish and Dame, you can stop me if you feel that you want to correct my description. But what you see, Vakil, while Elliot is wandering with his gaze, toward the waters, you see two shadows that look very, drawish. You see cloaked figures huddled, holding crossbows pointed at you, and right behind them you see two more figures rise from the shadows. One of them is pointing at the draw and casting a spell, and the other one rushes, detouring that his ally, obviously, and approaching you fast. Before you realize what's happening, there's this globe of thick darkness that engulfs the draw, and you hear them crying in surprise. Whoa, whoa. And at this point, I need everybody to roll initiative, and according to the initiative, each of one will get the chance to tell me what does he do.
I think you need the tracker up.
Yeah,
for us to roll into it.
I'll try. Oh, this one?
Yeah.
Oh, and why
Oh,
don't?
looks like Morton's did go in.
Yeah, it
Okay.
does go in.
And
So,
okay.
how are we doing this? It's telling me that
Yeah,
It's
you
not
need a
Oh,
you need a
to.
picture.
you need a token.
Yeah.
Yeah, token.
For
If you're on your
somebody-
the bio page of your character sheet, you can click and drag the picture onto the map, and then you'll have a token.
If you have a picture.
I
I'm-
do.
Assuming you
but
have a
it's
picture.
not allowing me to do that.
Yeah, you have to use the name. If you put it on if you click the picture and drag it out, it won't work. But if you use the name, then it'll work. For some
In
reason.
the
Oh,
bio
yeah.
section or in the
Yeah.
character section?
In the characters,
No, in the
just
character section.
the name of your character sheet. If you drag the character sheet out, I just did it again. You can see I put out another one for me.
Can you hear me from the turn order? I'm in there for some reason.
Yeah.
No, it's in this work here.
So either you can delete the extra token I put out
Okay,
in
this
the
is
middle of the map.
delete this one. And Varendis,
Yeah.
you want me to delete you two from the turn order?
Yeah, and can delete Jim Jar from the turn order.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not in combat, right?
Oh, I see. I see what you. Oh, yeah. Okay. And now we need Skish. Did you manage to get your token?
No,
I'll,
I don't know what you're doing, to be completely honest.
okay.
So I'm in my character sheet.
No, you don't. Okay.
Yeah, here.
Or are you talking about on the side in the journal?
Yeah, the journal.
Okay, that's more sense.
In the journal.
There you go.
Okay.
And then you just have to click the token, have it selected, then it can roll initiative.
Yeah, where does that come up? Usually it comes up in the top left of my screen, but I'm not seeing it here.
Okay. So maybe.
Initiative on the character sheet, on the core stats.
Oh, the core stats there. Let's see
Yeah.
if that works.
Okay, great.
Yeah, it worked.
Awesome.
There we go.
Awesome. So let's start with Vakil. I just described the scene. So what do you do?
Well, I'm actually before Elliot, surprisingly. So I'll move in front of Elliot, have my shield pop out, draw my axe, and say the Drow have found us. Get ready. They're up there in the darkness somewhere, and then I'll just try to defend us. Hopefully, blocking Elliot from in the line of sight.
Okay, great. So think about it this way: the Dark Lake, the name is Dark Lake, so it's very dark.
Yeah.
But the magic that currently engulfs the draw is this thick globe of impregnable darkness. So it just pops open. But you can definitely make the outline of the figure that is casting it, and you see that it is draconic in nature, but humanoid. Not humanoid, walks on two.
That's humanoid, yeah.
Humanoid. Okay. And you want to do so? You basically just wait out and cover.
Yeah, I'll just try to cover Elliot and
Okay.
get
Eli-
ready to attack anything if anything approaches.
Great. Elliot, what do you do?
Seeing that, I will pull out my hand crossbow just to be ready, and then I'm gonna flip up my hood and try to kind of slip off into the darkness behind Vikael, kind of off to the side to try to
Okay.
disappear from sight.
Great. Roll for it. Okay.
And I have advantage on stealth, I believe, from cloak.
No, or is it just them seeing?
Oh no,
you?
it's just them seeing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So let's do it this way. Very well. You use Vakail's cover and slip into the shadows. Do you want to start, running toward the globe of darkness, toward the two other figures that seem to be?
No, I would try to get myself like 10, 15 feet back from Vikael and kind of off to the side so that I'm not super far away, but that
Okay.
I'm not right next to him.
Great. Verendis, I need you to make a listen check. I think we have this. Just
Perception.
perception, yeah.
Yeah, that's
Great.
lumped into perception.
Great. So let's see if you can hear the noise of battle. Dame, Skish.
Okay. So is one of the Outlanders here close to me? Can I speak to somebody?
So you basically run and bypass the globe of darkness which Dame created, and so you find yourself, something like 20 feet with the half orc standing with his shield and axe ready, and he's scanning.
Nice.
Yeah. So it seems like he's waiting for something. He doesn't rush at you, at least now, unless I'm mistaken, Vakail.
No.
I will, seeing what he is, I'll stop at 20 feet, not approach any further, but I'll say, there are two of them with crossbows, and I turn, and I'm going to cast Entangle in the darkness.
Okay.
Or right beside it if I can't cast it into the middle of it. I believe the darkness should only be about 10 or 15 feet.
Okay.
And Entangle has it.
Darkness is 20.
Okay. Well, either way, I have a 20-foot square, and
Sure,
they
you
have to
can-
make a DC 13 strength check.
Okay.
15? Perfect. Or they'll be restrained.
Okay. So you hear surprised shouts from the globe of darkness. Now, Dame, can you dispel it whenever you want? Do you want to dispel it? Or what do you do? Once, Skish,
my turn?
you've done? Brian, are you done?
Yeah, that's it. Cast Entangle and warned them that there are two with crossbows. That's it.
Great. So Elliot and Morton, you are warned. Verendis, 12. So Verendis, you do hear the echoes of Ski shouts. There's two of them, and you can hear the shouts of battle and the surprised cries of the draw. What do you do?
I gather the other guys who are around me, like the Sparrow, and if there's anyone else, I'll take them with and go to where the shot came from.
Great. So roll initiative, and Dame, what are you doing?
Can I see that all these guys are prepared as if this group of adventurers who me and Skish has just bumped into, are they prepared? Obviously they're preparing themselves. They're now prepared, yeah? I just want to double check that.
Yeah.
Okay. Where I'm gonna. Okay. Let's just keep it simple. I'm going to come forward. I'm about 60 foot away. So I'm going to come forward about 20 foot. So
I think.
and
Yeah.
move into like the darkness.
Okay.
Not into my spell, the darkness. I mean, move into behind a building or behind a rock or something. So I'm
Okay. A rock is
behind
fine.
cover
Yep.
and dispel, like lose my concentration on my spell, which take 2 key points, and just like watch with my arms crossed at these guys. Hopefully, I could be able to take them.
Okay. So let me get this straight. You dispel the globe of darkness. Is
Yes.
that okay? So what you all see, and Verendis, you just rush into this scene. You see your 2 friends, Elliot and Vakel. Okay, you don't see Elliot as usual, but you do see Vakel standing guard as if ready to hit someone, while this strange scene of 2 draw warriors with crossbows held, they are entangled in this mess of weed, thorns, and all kinds of vegetation that appeared from the ground, while a lizard folk and a dragonborn are flanking the 2 draw and seem to be ready to engage them. It looks as if the lizard folk was warning your friends against those
So-
2 draw.
Is it my turn now?
So Dayam, are you doing anything other than dispelling your spell? Are you attacking? Are you doing anything other than that?
No, I'm going to see the power of the drow. I don't know how strong they are yet.
Okay.
So I'm going to get into cover. They got their crossbows.
Great.
I can deal with crossbows, but see.
Okay, so Verendis, you basically see that everyone are kind of, in this slow-mo moment where everybody are standing and waiting to see what happens. What do you do?
But the keel looks like he is hostile towards the guy in front of him.
Vakil?
Yeah,
Okay.
I always look hostile. Even when I'm smiling, I look hostile.
If that is the case, then I'm trying to shoot an arrow at the one that's standing in front of the keel.
Okay, they're both entangled right now, so I think you have an advantage on your roll.
Weapons.
Oh my god,
20.
that's a natural one?
Yes. No, I clicked the wrong thing.
Oh.
I clicked the
Okay, I was gonna say 0 damage.
Can be right. Okay.
Oh my god.
There we go.
Okay, so do you want is it a regular bow or your magical one, or
No, it's just a longbow.
just a longbow?
Just a normal arrow.
Okay, so you hear the arrow shoots straight at this entangled mass of the 2 draw warriors, and the arrow sinks deep into the shoulder of one of them. He cries in pain, obviously disoriented, and he shouts, Zafarn, do that thing, pull the trigger. And you see that one of the draw is trying to reach to a pocket in his belt. So if they want to try and break free from the spell, do they have to do what, a strength check or
Strength save.
strength save?
Save.
They can use an action to make a strength check to free itself, yes.
Okay, and
DC
13. So they are struggling. One of them actually is struggling with the spell, and he actually manages to pop up all the weed that was holding him in place. The other one is fiddling with his belt, Let's see if he can. Yes, so he managed to pull this flask, and the other one shouts at him, throw it at them, and he kind of, and he tries to throw the flask. Does he have a disadvantage on his attack rolls if he is entangled?
If he's restrained, yes, he has disadvantage.
Disadvantage, okay. Oh, interesting. So, I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so Vakil, I need your AC.
20.
20. So, the draw throws the flask. You manage to get behind your shield, preparing for the worst. And you hear this thunk as the flask hits your shield, but for some reason the flask didn't break. It just falls at your feet. You see that it has a cork on it, and there's it's a clay flask, and it has this fracture on it, and smoke starts to rise from it, but it does it in a very slow rate, so you think that it might be a dud or something like that. So that's that. And Brian, the other drum managed to break free from the he used his action to break free. Can he move?
They use their action, so yes, they can move.
They can move. So he moves to position himself behind the entangled mess. So the roots and the weed are between you and him, and he starts to fiddle with his crossbow again, pointing it at you. Okay, Vakil.
Okay.
I'll charge toward the one with the crossbow that got free of the entanglement.
Okay, you ignore the flask?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll just rush forward and charge. And let's just go into a rage while I'm at it.
Okay, so you charge the one that is behind the entangled mess?
Yeah.
Okay.
And that's getting ready to shoot at the strange lizard man. Oh, that wasn't all that good. 13.
Okay, so you charge with your axe, but the draw was a bit prepared, so he stepped aside and used his, the back of his crossbow to kind of deflect your attack. And he looks at you and says, "Oh, that was smooth, but yeah, I won't be that easy for you to kill." And he fiddles again with his crossbow and pointing it at you, and you can actually see the crossbow head dripping with the liquid that he poured on it before. Anything else you want to do or can do?
No.
Okay. Elliot.
Yep. I'm gonna go ahead and take a shot at the one that is still entangled.
Okay, go for it. I think you have an advantage on your roll.
Okay. So.
Okay, so where's my pencil? So the arrow shoots and hit him again. So that's basically 2 arrows sticking out of him. He coughs blood and kind of screams, "Oh yeah!" And he fiddles again with his belt, trying to pull yet another, I don't know, maybe a flask, maybe something else from his belt. And the other one shouts at him behind the entangled mess, "Safwan, cast your spell! Cast your doom spell!" Anything else you want to do? Or can do?
I'm gonna. So the area is entangled, and both of them are still kind of in that area.
Yeah, so you can basically, circle to pass that entangled area, which gets you closer to the water, but you don't have to step into the water to do it. So.
Okay, yeah, I will try to go around towards them to get up and close.
Okay, very well. Skish.
The one who I think is going to cast a spell. The one who says, looks like he's got a doom spell of some sort. I want to cast Magic Missile on him.
Okay. Go for it.
Oh,
So
I think I have that one in here. Second.
yeah, so he's up in the air with all the weed and thorns holding him in place. He shouts with pain from the 2 arrows that stick from his body when your magic missile hits him, spot on. So he kind of managed to pull something from his belt, and then your arrows explode into his body. He goes numb, and whatever he held in his arm just falls to the ground in this silent thud. Let me see if that actually does something. Okay, so other than that thing falling on the ground, you don't see or hear anything, but the draw is slumped on the ground with the thorns and weeds crawling around him.
Nice.
Yup. Anything else?
I'm going to move away from that clay pot that he threw.
Okay,
So towards Deum.
great. Okay, Deum. Just before you tell what you do, you see that Skish is taking a few steps back from the clay jar or clay flask that is on the ground, and you can see a wisp of smoke going up and up from that clay jar, clay flask. What do you do?
Skish, get your ass over here.
Sounds like a good idea.
I'm going to Deum will how close are all the others located to the drow?
So we have Vakil and the still alive drow kind of in a head-on position. Skish on the other side, if I understand correctly, with Verendis, and that's it. You don't see Elliot. He vanished into the darkness. So what do you do?
I'm gonna get full cover, and just peek my head around this corner.
Okay. And as you do that, you kind of take cover behind this boulder that you were circling before, and exactly as Skish takes a few steps back, you hear this and the clay flask explodes and sends sand everywhere and smoke. You can actually hear the explosion ripples across the face of the dark lake. So if things were silent before, they are even silenter now. If as you hear this, the echo of the explosion rushes and ripples through the darkness. But other than sand and a big display of smoke and firework, none of you feel anything. But you do feel the impact of the air. So if one of you were standing next to it, then it would be uncomfortable. Okay. Verendis, what do you do?
Do I still have vision on the alive drow?
Yes, but he's basically very close to Vakil, so you can try and hit him, but on a 1 you'll hit Vakil.
And he's not entangled anymore, right?
No.
Okay. I will try to aim at his legs then,
Okay.
and I try to knock him over.
Oh, cool. Go for it. Ooh,
I think that hits.
that's very nice.
I have to run and get my charger from my computer. Be right back.
Sure. Verendis, you want to describe what happened or what happens?
Well, I'm aiming at the knee of the drow, and my arrow flies and it hits right where I aimed basically, and he falls to the ground, and I take a few steps into his general direction, and I wanna ask him who sent him.
Okay,
Are you
so
with that
yeah.
damn priestess?
Okay, so first, if I read correctly, it needs to make a strength saving throw.
Oh.
Okay, so what's the DC?
Should be
And he take 10 points of damage.
What's our proficiency modifier right now? 3. I think it should be 16.
16. Okay, then he failed the saving throw. So, Verendis, the arrow shoots straight into the knee of the drow. He shouts in pain and crumples on the ground, holding his badly injured knee. He drops the crossbow and raises his arms. No, enough!
Are you with the priestess? Who sent you?
No one sent me. I'm just here to make some business with the Quotua. But I know that Ilvara has a price on your head. The word has spread all over the Underdark.
I turn to Vakil because I wasn't here from the beginning of the fight, and I ask him, "Do you know anything? What's going on here?
No idea.
These guys just attacked you, or what?
Yeah.
Looked like it. Okay. And they are probably with the priestess, right?
And
Can I step out? Can I step out of the where I am behind this rock and start to move forward towards this party who've captured these? Well, take hostage these drow.
so Verendis, Vakil, and Elliot, you now can easily make the shapes of those figures that approach you. One of them, or maybe you should present yourself, how you look like, and etc.
Okay, I'm going. I am a about 6'8", slim, tall, draconic dragonborn, like black scales, drooping jaw, green eyes. There's some bits of my flesh which are like my scales are torn. Some of my I have vestments on, like black vestments with sigils and things on them. I have a hood, but I'm uncloaked at the moment, and I do not carry any weapons on me. However, I have a few like pouches and backpacks slung on my back. So I am going to walk up to. Can I take an action as well?
We're out of combat, so you can do whatever you want.
Okay, I'm going to attempt to subdue the drow to keep him quiet. Knock him unconscious.
Okay.
Hit him in the face, basically, in the temple, and stop him squealing.
No! And he kind of falls back after you hit him.
I said, I do not want that drow speaking. Do not trust a drow. This is my friend Skish. Well, a friend. He is a companion and I am his companion, and we have travelled in the Underdark. We're just warning you of this terrible drow, and he spits on the drows. Well met. My name is Deum, Carrion Clan.
I am Akil of the Varm tribe. And how can we trust you?
I don't say anything.
I still have my action shield out.
Well, maybe you shouldn't trust us. Let me introduce Skish. I'm going to meditate, and I'm going to like walk off, sit down in front of them, and close my eyes, cross-leg, and just go into like some trance where Skish can introduce himself. Okay.
So Skiish steps over. He stands just over 6 feet tall. He's fairly thin. He's green scaled, dark green scaled. Doesn't wear anything but a loincloth, no weapons, no armor. The only thing he's got on him is he's nondescript small brown leather pouch that he wears around his neck, but he's got it clutched in his hand pretty much all the time. And he walks forward and he bows and he puts his hands out to the side and he says, Skiish Imagek is my name. I am Dark Walker of the 5 tribes. Thank you for assisting us with the drow.
And what are you guys doing in the Underdark here? What are you here for?
I live here, have for 4 generations. My tribe has been here. And you? What brings you down here? You are from the surface.
Well,
We got way late. Took a quick detour.
Where are you going?
well, we're trying to get out of here, actually.
Very well. Deum and I are also leaving here. My home is not my home.
Do you guys know the Dark Lake? Can you navigate the Dark Lake?
Guess that would be a question for the DM.
So, yes, you have this rough idea of how to get to the other side. You basically, to get here, you made a detour on the shore, but you had this Kuatoa guide. You do remember that the Kuatoa guide stopped at this small island, something like, I don't know, a mile to the Dark Lake if you head out from the docks at the Kuatoa village. And on that island there was a hut. And in the hut was the Kuatoa entered there, talked to someone, and got some supplies, and then you continued. So this is roughly what you know about the area.
Yes, we know a little. About mile offshore is trade post on an island. We could go there. I can pull your raft.
That sounds like a good idea. I turn around to Vakil and Elliot, and I'm like, want to do this?
Well, yeah, we would like to go there. However, I don't think you should swim in the Dark Lake. We encountered some creatures that came out of the Dark Lake. They weren't friendly.
I am creature too.
More horrible creature than anything I have seen before.
More terrible than Skiish Magic? And he kind of puffs out and lifts his hands out and turns around so you can see him in his naked glory.
It's
Well,
okay. Let him swim. It's all good.
Salt in the eye is worth two in the bush. And he looks at you sagely, like you should really understand that.
Well, if you really want to, then I won't stop you. But there was a really large demon living in the Dark Lake.
Yes. We saw.
And there were creatures with it. And there might still be some creatures in the lake.
Elliot, you stand still at the edge of darkness, watching the group talks. When you hear and smell and see Jimjar approaches from where you've left him back there, and he's not aware of your presence. He just looks at the group speaking with those two strangers, and he kind of, I can't believe it. They're making friends while we work at building that goddamn raft. What? I just can't believe it. Where did they dig those two? Oh, I need to get there and make sure everything is okay. Need to be there.
I'll just kind of like appear up behind him and taking the hood off, just say, well, we could use a guide. Don't you think?
So, you I know. Okay, so Jimjar is a dwarf, right? And you wouldn't
a deep
believe
gnome.
he's a deep
He's a
gnome.
gnome.
Yeah, I meant he's a short person. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
And, and you wouldn't believe the height. He jumped so high when you just popped up behind him. But he jumped, turned around, and fell to the ground, standing like this. I knew you were there. And you can see the pulse in his neck, like. And please stop doing that. I'm quite old for those games.
I just kind of roll my eyes and walk up to the group.
He just stands there, half paralyzed. And Elliot shows up behind you, Vakil.
Yeah. Well, I believe.
So you're sure you guys could know a way out here?
I know some. I can get you to island. There is trader on island. We came around lake to get here.
And at that point, Jimjar steps out of his, paralyzed state and shouts at Yuskish, "You mean that old hag? We're not visiting that island. She's mad. She will eat us all."
She didn't eat our guide.
He must have brought her something. He traded for staying alive. That doesn't make sense. She eats people. She makes soup out of them. She drinks it, and she can tell the future. That's what I've heard.
Well, we bring her something. Tell the future is good, no?
I don't know. I have a feeling my future is gonna be short.
I laugh at an inside joke. He said short.
Did you see what the Kuatua brought her?
Did we
when-
see that? Did
Yeah.
we see anything in his hands? Some sort of gift?
Yeah. So it's actually the opposite way. He left with a bandage on his forearm. Forearm? This one?
So she gave him a gift. Okay.
So, yeah.
No, I saw nothing.
Oh. So we don't know what she wants. Other than blood. I don't say
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
But yeah.
I don't know. I'm sorry.
Well, we do have a bit of gold on us. Looking back at a huge chest.
You have a huge chest. All right.
Yeah, just a little.
Speaking of gold, can I suddenly? I just want to walk away and go over to those Drow and loot through their pockets. I want to find A, my map, and B, the money I paid them.
Okay, so you find both along with the letter.
Yes.
Written in Dark Elvish. The runes are not inscribed. You think that they were somehow magically appeared on the piece of parchment, and there is a note from one named Ilvara Miserim. This is a bounty, and it goes, in the line of to those of evil intent. No, I'm kidding, but he just writes down the fact that House Miserim has lost property in the form of, and it goes to describe Eliot, Vakil, and actually Verendis, you weren't part of the original prisoners. So the note describes Eliot, Vakil, Jimjar, and a few more. And the letter says that anyone who sees them will get paid for information, or gets paid much higher by just providing their still live bodies.
Okay, so I'll take my map and my money. They don't by chance have a short bow or a long bow on them, do they?
So no, they have crossbows
Okay.
and rapiers.
Okay, I'll leave all that stuff. I don't care about any of it. I'll take my map, stuff it in my my belt and the money pouch, and I'll bring the letter over to. So, what race is everybody? Vakil, you're half orc.
Yeah.
Yeah. Eliot,
I'm a high elf.
Alf, Verendis,
I'm just an elf.
just an elf.
I'm just blonde.
Okay, I'll take it over to Eliot and say, "This sounds like you," and hand him the letter.
I'll look at the letter. Is it written in Undercommon or is it written in Elvish?
It's in Elvish.
Okay. Then I will read it.
So you read it. You are now aware of the fact that Ilvara Miserim has placed a bounty on your heads.
Right.
Yep. It actually pays well.
By the way, if you are looking for a bow, I have a spare one actually. If you want that, I can lend it to you.
I wouldn't mind taking a bow. I think, is it short bow or long bow?
The spare one is a short bow.
Perfect. I like short bows.
Yeah. I have no
like
spare
long
weapon
bow,
at
so-
all. That's the description of me.
Nice.
So no spare weapons at all.
Of course not. You use all of them, right?
Yeah. 4 axes, 5 javelins. Barely enough.
Yeah, all firing at once.
Yep.
So Ginger says, maybe we should head back. I left Raspora in the dock. Alone.
Okay, Dayum gets up from his trance. Hopefully some time has gone by reading all this and searching corpses and finding out whose property is what. He just gets up and says, Skish, did you get the map?
Yes.
Then we shall go.
We should travel with them. A tribe is better than two.
Indeed, our new possessions.
I'll say to you that maybe you should look over those drow, see if they were carrying any more of those potions. Maybe you can use them and figure out what they are, if they have any more.
Yeah. I will go and check through and see if I see any other any potions or vials or anything on them.
Okay, so you find one more vial, or 2 vials, one on each, of the poison that you're already familiar with. And you find another flask, clay flask or clay jar. It's a small one, and it's wrapped in this sack full of, I want to say cotton, but there's probably a better Underdark equivalent. Think of it as a very soft mushroom that is wrapped around that clay jar, and you know what that clay jar does when it breaks.
Okay.
Have you done looting these corpses? Dame says to the travelers.
Jimjar says.
I just
Jimjar says one of them isn't a corpse, still alive.
Ah. Okay.
I hold up the map and the money we paid for the map, and like, yes, I did, but you probably know that he didn't really look thoroughly through them.
Can I speak to Jim Jar? Do you need these? Do you need the drow as your new slaves or something?
Drows, they're horrible as slaves. They don't do any work, but yeah, we should get rid of them. Just slit their throats and let's be done with it.
No, let's not kill him actually. Let's just keep him alive and leave him here. Maybe he will tell his tale to a bunch of other drows and
call them, and we'll have a dozen drow after us instead of just 2.
No.
I'm here to agree with Jim Jar here.
Yeah.
I could take the honors if you're too scared to kill this drow.
Yeah,
Dangerous enemies will meet in narrow pond.
I'll agree with Verendus and say no. We should leave him. He's no danger to us. Just go ahead back to Rosparrow.
Okay.
And then I'll wait for Verendus to leave, and then I'll kill the drow.
Yeah.
Jimjar kind of shrugs and says, "Well, this is gonna bite us in the ass. I'll pay money for that. I'll wage 20 gold that this elf will return to bite us in the ass."
I'll take that bet. I'll take that bet.
I would take the bet as well. I bet if we let him live, he will tell the story to a bunch of other drows and they won't go after us because they're scared.
I can't believe I'm listening to this. And he trots back to Rosparrow's location.
I'll head back with him and help continue to work on the raft.
Okay.
I actually meant the wounds of the drow.
As Vakil approaches with his big smile on his face and his even bigger axe.
No, he needs a shave. Let me just get out my great axe.
The doctor is in the house.
Yeah, I really should name my axe Dr. Lobotomy.
I guess if all of you want to kill him, then go ahead.
No, we're not killing him. Just go wait over there.
Yeah, sure.
So you step aside, Verendus?
Yeah, I step aside.
Okay. And the axe falls. Okay.
Dame can Dame drag the bodies into the water and feed the fish?
Oh yeah, sure. So you do that.
Very wise. Thank you. I'll help him.
As you do, the bodies slip into the water and float there for a while, and then you see this, this small wave or bubbles around them, and then they just are sucked inside the water with just a lot of water thrashing, and something obviously eats them. You can hear the noises, and the water turn sour with blood.
Maybe swimming not good. Thank you for the warning.
Me? Warning? Okay, so unless any one of you wants to do something else, you all head back to where Rasporo has finished or is still working on the raft. His engineering skills prove very valuable as he construct this scaffold or skeleton of a raft from the debris. He ties stuff very neatly, and he uses all kind of small tools to work the wood and work whatever he found to build this raft. So you basically
Can
have...
I use my Sorry?
Yeah.
Can I use my mending cantrip to help him?
Yes, indeed. And he looks at you appreciating the effort, but he looks at actually Elliot, questioning. He doesn't say anything. He just looks at you, kind of.
Yeah. I just kind of roll my eyes without them noticing and just whatever and go down to help him work on the raft more.
Okay.
Pulling out my tinker's tools and assisting.
Great. Anyone else wants to join in?
I don't think I would be of much help.
Okay.
I'll help if they need some heavy lifting, but that's probably about it.
Great. So you work on the two. You have one boat, and the second raft is ready after you invest some time working on it. And when it's ready, Jim Jara looks at you, Deum and Skish, and asks you where to.
The island?
Wait, can I just point out we're taking one raft? Can we not I don't know. It just seems a bit.
It's a raft and a boat.
Putting all your putting all your eggs in one basket type thing.
But we have a small boat and one raft,
Oh, okay, two things. Yeah.
but we can't all be on one.
Right.
Okay, excellent. Cool.
Okay. So let's do this. We have raft or boat 1 and raft 2. Who steps on which craft?
I'll go on the raft. I helped build it.
Okay.
At
So
least
I'll
that's
go-
what he thinks. He probably didn't do a lot, but he's claiming ownership.
I'll go in the boat.
okay.
I go with Skish on the raft.
Okay.
Boat takes
I'll
more
get in the
weight,
boat.
right? The boat takes more weight, right?
Probably. Yeah.
Probably, yeah. Is there any giant mushrooms around here I can cut and just sit on and paddle with a giant mushroom?
Oh, it's like tubing. It's so
yeah,
great.
Yeah. You could probably do that if you want to.
Okay, I'm going to like a mushroom, like a big mushroom, not like a small mushroom, a big mushroom.
Okay. So you find one big enough to hold your body, and you kind
Sit
of
on.
sit on it, and so you turn it and sink its cap in the water, and you can pedal with it, no problem. Do you want to tie yourself to the boats, or you want to be, independent with your movement?
I'll tie myself because it's more buoyant than I am,
Okay.
and but it's I'll make it a knot I can untie, hopefully, and some kind of paddle object.
Yeah, you find a stick or something like that. No problem.
Yeah.
So we have boat 1 with Vakil and Elliot. We have raft 2 with Skish and Verandes, and we have mushroom 3 with Deum, and Jim Jar will join the boat.
And what about Rasparo?
Rasparo will join the raft.
And I'll take my armor off if I should fall in the water, so I don't have that on to wear it on.
Okay. Anyone else
Just have it in the boat.
follows the half orc example?
No, I'm gonna leave mine on.
I'm probably the only one with metal armor on.
Okay.
I'll I'm not going to be wearing the bow and the quiver that goes with it, just in case I fall in. I can swim.
Great.
I'll still have all my weapons on me, of course.
Okay. And who is the? How do you set up the marching order of the raft? So the boat first, the raft first, the mushroom first.
I think the boat should probably go first. It'll be the most agile and pull the other two.
Okay. So we have the boat, and then the raft, and then the mushroom. Okay. Cool. So you all mount your boats, rafts, and mushrooms, and obviously, as the vehicles or the crafts enter the water, you kind of feel them bob, and you look nervously into the water. Now, this interesting thing happens when you look into the water while you are on them. You can see that even though some of you have dark vision or night vision, you cannot pierce the water with just by looking at them. So think that on a regular ocean, on daylight, you can actually see a few feet into the water, but this is not the case in this situation. You cannot see what lies below the water, which is very strange. And Jimjar looks at all of you kind of as you try to pierce the dark water, and he says, "Well, it isn't called the Dark Lake for nothing."
Sure is. It's pretty dark in there.
And with Jimjar on the first boat, he looks back at Skish, and he kind of points the boat at a general direction, and he shouts at you, "That the right direction? Am I doing it right?"
If he is, then yes.
Can't believe I'm taking marine orders from a lizard. That's...
Who else better?
And he turns to answer and says, and actually you can, Elliot and Vakil, you hear him mumble, whisper, "Well, he's got a point." As you all...
While we're going,
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind striking up a conversation with Jimjar in his native tongue. I speak Deep Gnome, about his homeland. I'm just curious about the city and where we're going, and anything he'd be willing to tell me.
Okay, so he looks at you, and this is very Israeli, where two people sitting on two different rafts shout above the crowd. You'll fit right in. So you two kind of converse by shouting over water, and he's very surprised to see that you speak Deep Gnome. "Oh, well, did you visit Blingenstone?"
No, never been.
But you speak so fluently. Where did you study the language? This is amazing. I missed that.
My tribe traveled with some for some time. I always wanted to go to Blingenstone.
Oh, it's a wonderful city. It's built, we have those immense rock formation, and we toil endlessly to make that the greatest city that it was once. And he kind of lower his gaze and whispers, but you can hear the whisper above the water, "Before the Draw destroyed it."
I understand. There are many libraries there. Much lore.
Oh, yes. A lot of information. And we have the Digger Maddox. They are controlling the city, and they're trying to make sense of what's going on there. Are you kind of a scholar? You talked about a map before.
I pull out my map and unroll it. I actually don't know what it's a map of. So
I don't know
what's
either.
on our map.
And
we bought it.
And he looks at you and he says, "Excuse me. That's amazing. Where did you get that?" "Oh, I know where you got it, but how and why?"
We're traveling to Lingdenstone and looking for information but map from those drow.
That map will take you to a tomb or a temple of some sort, dedicated to an elemental force. This is very interesting. You'll probably cash in a lot of gold in Blingerstone for it. I know they're searching for maps and relics of any kind.
He holds it up upside down. He doesn't really know much about maps. He's never used one before. He says, this is the wrong map. I roll it up, kind of crumple it up and shove it in my belt. Like it doesn't matter.
Wait. Maybe I can keep it for you. Just, to keep it safe. Obviously, you'll damage it this way, and you won't be able to cash it for as much.
Damn. I shout back to the mushroom bobbing behind us.
So he's kind of singing this song. Deum?
Deum? Yes. Puddle, 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 my leg. Steadily. La, 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 la. I don't know how to swim.
Nice. Jim Jar wants this map.
I don't want it. I just want to keep it, so it will keep, be safe.
I look at Deum like, I really don't care because it's a map. I don't care.
I care.
It is to that temple, so.
I care very greatly, and I wish I had kept the map myself, but I'm trying to fucking balance this mushroom. I'm saying, I look over at Skish, shit, fuck.
I'll hold it. Sorry, Jim Jar. It's for Deum.
That's fine. And he stops in the middle of the sentence, and you all feel this shift in the water, as if some wave just nudged you. And this is very strange, because up till now the water were flat, and there were only silence around you as you pedal. The only sound you hear is the sound of the pedals go into the water and go out of the water, and your heavy breathing as you pedal. But suddenly you get this feeling like something is moving, and Jim Jar kind of, well, but the map, wait, whoa, what's this? And I need you all to make a perception check.
I always roll really bad on the perception checks for some reason.
Oh, sorry, that's not. Sorry, wrong check. Perception.
Yeah, someone is someone's mic is
we're
noisy.
all great at looking out.
Oh my god. Okay, Deum, nothing. You basically don't feel anything. The mushroom is wobbly as it is, so you don't feel anything strange in the water. Vakil, you don't understand why Jim Jar looks so frightened. Skish, well, it's water. Water move, so everything is okay. Elliot, again, you stare into the darkness. And Verendis.
If only I had advantage.
Oh, you had advantage? Sorry, I didn't know this.
No, I don't. I wish
if only,
I had.
if only. Okay, yeah, if only is famous last words. So and Verendis, you miss the forest, you miss the open air and the stars, but all you see is darkness around you, so nothing. And you basically continue to pedal with Jim Jar a bit uneasy. You must have felt something, no? I'm going mad.
Maybe you ate something.
Probably. And he looks back at you, Skish, and says, well, am I still at the right direction? And he pedals, into the darkness.
Yes. Forward.
And this time I actually need you to roll your... can be either your wisdom or intelligence, whichever is higher. Or unless Morton decides
Survival check?
Oh, cool.
survival check maybe.
Great. Thanks,
Yeah,
Morten.
That's used for tracking and directions.
Awesome.
So
Thank
survival?
you. Yep.
Yeah.
I got that.
Thank you,
Only the ones
Morten.
that pass the perception check, or everybody?
Yeah.
No, so everybody failed the perception check. But
Badly.
yeah, Skish, you managed to realize that you are traveling a different route than what the Kuatoa guide has taken you. So, and you actually now remember that he told you about this island, but he said something like, "But you know, we need to take a different route than the straight one." And you suddenly remember that, and when you, and at the moment that you remember that, you feel the water. You can actually feel that movement in the water. And now I need you all to make a perception check, but this time trying to hear.
Again.
Oh, you're a group of blind and deaf adventurers. This
Hey,
is
19.
oh 19. I'm
Vakil
sorry.
Got it.
Okay, Vakil and
Jim
the-
Jarkin here.
Oh, Jim Jar.
Oh, Jim Jar. Oh, so you're now resorting to NPC roles. I see. that's me
Whatever it takes.
playing against
Hey, if
myself.
you don't think it's good, ignore it.
Okay, so let's see. That was survival. Okay, so Elliot, nothing. Verandis, nothing. Everything is as usual. Vakil, you hear, and okay, so Jimjar and Vakil, you both are aware immediately of this low rushing sound. And you actually now see some foam on the water, and you both realize at the same time that the boats are moving much faster than they should. This is, the area is dark, you don't see anything, the water are too dark, and now you realize that you are actually accelerating. Why and where to, you don't know, but the sound isn't very encouraging, and Jimjar kind of, scratches his head. Can't remember, heard that noise before. But
Turn around quickly.
why?
Say, back up.
What's going on? What are we doing?
I think we're heading towards something bad, like a waterfall.
What? Oh my god! And he turns around and starts, pedaling with everything he's got to the other side. And indeed, now you all hear this rushing sound, and the boats actually start, moving faster and faster toward, straight into the darkness. And if you, okay, so I need you all to make strength checks to see if you manage. I mean, if you want, if for any reason one of you.
I would like to. Can I get into the boat? Can I jump to the boat? I assume there's a painter off the bow or rope.
So I need you to make a dexterity save to do that, but you can definitely do that.
Save.
It's not a saving throw. It's a
Just a check.
It's a check. Yeah, damn.
Skill check. Ooh,
yeah.
18.
Amazing.
Nice.
Okay, so
How do I roll my? Is it a skill check? Yeah.
It's on
Checks
skills,
are on the skills page, the
Yeah.
unskilled check.
but if you aren't proficient in a save, it's the same modifier.
right. So Skish, you managed to jump from the raft into the boat, and you kind of nudge it, and it moves back and forth. And because of that, I need Vakil, Elliot, and Jimjar to make a dexterity save to make sure you don't fall over as the huge lizard is jumping on the boat. So,
Oh, I hope it's 13
10.
or less.
Uh-oh. Not Jim Jar.
okay, so
Ah, he's just an NPC. He can die. We're used to it.
okay, so slowly.
It'd be nice to have a deep gnome if we're going to a deep gnome.
Okay, so just let me get the rolls. Don't stop rolling because I've lost track of your rolls. So Vakil, barely makes the dexterity save. You manage to keep both feet on the ground, but you had to grip the sides of the boat to keep yourself stable. And you see Elliot doing the same with grace. So Elliot, you just stand there like this, with the boat skidding. You just easily do it, and then you hear this. No, water, help! As Jimjar falls over. And before you tell me what you do, I just want to make sure that I got your strength checks. So, Dayum, you managed to steer the mushroom and keep it in line with the other boats. And then we have Elliot failing. Verendis failing.
A kill,
Oh, I
failing.
fail.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's a group fail. Let's call it like this. So you try to pedal chaotically, and you're not coordinating your efforts. So the boats kind of move around and hit each other. All you can see is Dayum with his mushroom kind of looks at you, what, and manage to swim with the current. And you have Jimjar in water. So what do you do? Help!
So
Can't swim.
Oh,
I'm going
Uh,
so only Jimjar is in water?
Yeah.
Ah,
Okay.
I'm going to assume that whoever's closest to Jimjar grabs him. I'm going to ignore it. My plan is to get to the front of the boat, grab that rope, dive in the water, and while I'm diving, change into a crocodile.
Oh my God. That's cool.
And then pull it away as hard as I can.
Okay, cool.
I'll say save Jimjar, and then I'll keep pedaling, trying to get away.
I guess I'll throw a rope to Jimjar.
None of you is going to put an arm into the water, are you?
No.
It's cold.
Okay, so let me just recap because maybe I missed something. Vakil, you just want to paddle while
Yeah.
Elliot is throwing a rope. Okay. And you two see Skish jump into the water holding a rope and just vanishing underwater. Elliot, I need you to roll a dexterity check to make sure you hit the correct spot at the water. Now, when you do this, you aim the rope and throw it on Jimjar. You can see just behind him, several feet, this tiny fish just bloop, jumps over water and then heads back into the water, and then another tiny fish bloop, and then this mighty whale kind of drowns everything behind him. Well, not a whale, but it's a huge fish or fish-like creature, and Jimjar kind of thrashing in the water. Skish, I need you to make a perception check and a strength check. And if anyone,
Strength check using the crocodile.
yeah, and if anyone wants to do something else, just let me know.
Once Jimjar has the rope, I'll try to pull him in, but that's
So that's my
all I'd be
strength
doing.
check.
Okay, so you manage to throw the rope into the hands of the dwarf of the deep gnome. Oh my God, this is a perception check. This is not a perception check.
I'm a crocodile.
Yeah, so you can see that Jimjar tries to grab the rope, but he's slipping. The water are maybe oily or something like that. And eventually, but eventually he managed to grip, and then he shouts something like "pull!" And I need you to make you need to make a strength check for that. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Oh, those strength checks.
Wow.
Well, you rolled twice as good as me. Well, but -1, so yeah.
Okay, so
yeah,
yeah. So the deep gnome is dangling from the end of the rope, kind of like bait on a string. And
Oh yeah, we're going to catch a big one.
and at that point, you all feel this thug when something obviously is pulling the boat to the other side. So, Vakil, as you pedal, you feel like something is pulling the boat, and you realize that the rope that Skish was holding is pulling the boat to the right way. I mean, away from the noise.
Okay. I'll go help pull up Jimjar.
Okay.
And hopefully roll a bit more this time. Oh, 16.
There we go.
There we go. Great. Varendis, DM, you want to do something while Vakil and Elliot are pulling the wet deep gnome from the water? Amazing.
Nice.
Oh,
That's
nice.
fantastic.
That's fantastic. Oh, this is amazing.
That's my doodle while you guys are waiting.
Oh my god.
Oh my god!
Yeah.
The mushroom rider.
I'm the mushroom rider of the apocalypse.
Amazing. Yeah.
I think I want to tie a rope around my body and
Okay.
put the other side on the board somewhere. Fix it on the board.
Great.
So in case I fall, I can get back on.
Okay. So you do that. So Elliot and Vakil, you try to pull Jimjar from the water, and then at some point the rope kind of is stuck on your in your hands, with Jimjar's body half pulled from the water, and he shouts. He looks at you with big eyes. I'm stuck in something. Pull harder! No, don't pull harder! And he's kind of. What do you do? And I still need those. Let's do another round of strength checks to see that you manage to keep the boat. So only Skish.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Oh god.
Okay. Varendis, you're not pedaling also, right? I mean, no one is pedaling right now.
I'm not.
Okay, Raspor is pedaling. Can someone roll for him?
I don't have his character sheet.
Just roll 1d20.
I can do that.
Okay. Okay, so no one is basically pedaling, so the boats are again drifting back toward the noisy part of the lake. With you, Skish, you kind of feel the current throwing you along with the ship. Vakil and Elliot, what do you do with the Jimjar?
I'm gonna pull out my scimitar and try to slash at kind of behind his feet to see if there's something catching them that I can cut off.
Okay, and he shouts, I'm not that short! I'm not that short! Farther! You're nearly hitting my feet! Are you nuts? Yeah, do that. You can make an attack roll. That's fine. And Skish, I need you to make another perception check. Okay.
There we go.
Great. So you are all swept across the face of the water, and Elliot, when your blade comes down, you hear this metallic ring when you hit the water, and with Vakil pulling, Jimjar is kind of cannonballed into the boat. But what you see is that across his feet there is this metal chain that he somehow got entangled with. Skish, you being underwater, you see that actually the ground level, you can actually see it. It's the water are not very deep here. The strange thing is that you see this metallic rail running underground with chains, circling the rail, and it looks like some sort of a machine or a mechanical construction. You don't understand exactly what it is doing here, but this is what you see.
Okay.
Um,
All right.
and Jimjar lands on the boat, holding his injured feet. He got his ankle twisted there. Okay, what do you do? The boats are still rushing through the water. Now you can actually
I'll go
hear.
back to pedaling.
Okay, so yeah.
Yeah, I gotta try and get him to safety.
Okay. Oh my
I'm
god.
I'm not strong.
Not today. Haven't
Oh,
eaten.
for crying out
Yeah.
loud! The
Oh my
weakest
God.
crocodile in the world.
Yeah,
My god. So
this
just-
mushroom diet here, it's not good for me.
The mushroom diet.
Yeah, making me weak.
yeah. So anyone else? So we have the two strongest characters basically failing the role. Anyone else want to pitch in?
Well, I'm on the second boat. I'm on the raft, right? So I can't really do much, can I?
But you can definitely you're connected with the rope to the big boat, so you're basically being pulled. Okay, so at this point, Vakil and Elliot, being the two scouts on the first boat, you can actually see this. It's far, something like, I don't know, 60 feet. You can actually see above the water the drop of the waterfall, and you see that the whole chamber, which was big and is now turning into this tighter tunnel, and there is a drop in the water with all the water rushing in. But the strange thing is that you see kind of think about it as metallic teeth that breaks through the surface. And you can see change and pulleys everywhere. And Jimjar, which is on the boat with you, still lying, he looks at it and screams, oh my god, Dre. These are the dark dwarfs, right? Raspora's race. He screams, what's the name of this?
Durgar.
Yeah, Durgar.
Durgar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my god, it's Durgar. Fuck, my mushroom. Don't panic.
Yeah, how do you call this kind of a fisherman's net that is sunk into the water, a fish trap, or
Oh. Yeah, I know what you mean.
so he's
Can't remember what they call them. It's like a trail net or something like that.
okay, trail net. So think of a huge metallic trail net that is built to through the waterfall. So obviously this is some kind of a machine that is used by the Grey Dwarfs to catch loot, like you. So he screams yeah. So he screams, "Oh my god, we gotta do something!" And he tries to scramble on his feet. So I need you to tell me, what do you do? You can, yeah. So enough talking.
Is there anything underwater that I can wrap the rope that I'm pulling around? Just try and secure it.
So you definitely see this rail, and there are metallic loop kind of welded into it, and you can also see chains. Probably part of a
Yeah, so if I could swim around like under and over one, just to try and lock it off, at least then I'll have some help in my strength checks.
Yeah. So you can do that. That will be a strength check, indeed. So this is what you are doing. 11?
Yeah.
Okay, so you managed to swim and position yourself at the correct place, but your first attempt through the loop fails. The rope is moving too fast and you're afraid that you'll snap your hand. You might have a
My mouth.
yeah, your claws, exactly. So you might get a second chance. Let's see. Guys, what are you doing to save yourselves from crashing into this machinery?
I'll keep pedaling.
Okay.
Oh, finally. 19.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'll try.
Oh.
Hey! Well,
Sudden burst of energy and the -1 strength
Yeah.
guy actually.
And-
helps.
staring Dex death in the eye.
Great. So Dayam and
Burst of energy.
Dayam and Varendis, you basically see the first boat with Vakil and Alia. They're pedaling like mad, and they manage to kind of stop its progress. And you whiz as they stop. You kind of whiz against with the current. So I need you two to make strength checks to see that you manage to hold in place. And Varendis, you can roll for Sporo as well. Oh my god.
What about Jim Jar?
See you
Jim-
later, Varendis.
So Rosporo kind of moans as he tries to stabilize the speed, but this is a fail for you two. Jimjar, but Jimjar is on the boat, and the boat
Oh,
is
that's
okay.
right.
Yeah,
Okay, sorry.
yeah, that's fine. That's fine. That's a good try, a good attempt. Dayam, you two find yourself out of control and heading to this metallic claws that break the surface of the water. So because Vakil, Aliat, or the first boat, they managed to stop the boat, Skish, that gives you a second attempt. And if you'll anchor the boat, they'll have enough power to actually stop the progress of the other boats, which are tied with a rope.
All right, fingers crossed here.
Yeah.
Or we could just cut the
Oh,
rope.
for crying out loud, just cut yourselves free.
Yeah. Let's just cut the rope as well on the raft. Yeah. Come on.
Okay, so you see the raft and the mushroom are basically whizzing through this metallic contraction, and you hear this huge explosion of wood and debris everywhere. So each boat has 20 points. The raft has 20 points of damage. Your mushroom have 10. Dayam. And
It's understandable.
yeah, understandable, obviously. And let's see how much damage you get. I do need Varendis. Yeah, I'm listening.
Can I jump? Can I jump onto my mushroom like 2-footed? And how big are these claws? I would like kind of
Yeah,
almost jump onto the claw.
you can do that. You'll need to roll a really good dexterity check, but you can do that.
What I want to do is I want to do this spell.
Oh,
The
cool.
reaction.
Okay. Okay, so Varendis
+5 to AC.
pops this shield around him while Dayam tries to jump from his mushroom. Dayam, go for it. Oh, smooth. So you manage to jump from the boat as you
Like a monk.
yeah, from the mushroom, and you see the mushroom kind of getting shredded on those metallic claws with the current and all, and it kind of backflips above your head as you land on the metallic claws, kind of in this Zen position. Oh, you're actually a monk, right? Okay, so describe it. Describe what everybody sees.
I've jumped up onto the mushroom and it's shredded it as I've jumped into the air and landed on my left foot onto this metallic thing with my arms postured up like a Karate Kid style.
Awesome.
And I'm just balancing there in a meditative stance as I feel what's surrounding me, and I shut off all my eyes and my senses, and I just feel like the key, surrounding, going past me, and the energy throughout. I'm balancing
Awesome.
at the moment.
Awesome.
If I can and spend any key to keep myself balancing, I will do.
Okay, perfect. Varendis and Rosporo, I need you two to make dexterity checks. So tell me what you want to do. Your ship has taken 12 points of damage, and it is stuck on the metallic contraction. But if you'll stay on it for another round, it will get shredded in the current. So I need you to tell me what.
How far is the boat away? Is it
Um,
jump distance or is it too far?
You might need to do some acrobatic. I mean, running on the tumbling boat, or running on the metallic teeth to get to a closer distance. Maybe grab the rope or something like that. You are not able to jump to the ship from this distance. You might be able to grab the rope. You might be able to do some running to but you need to get out of the raft.
Just run across the rope.
Right, I'm
Tie
not-
it.
that would
And tie
be
it to it, yeah.
Um,
Legolas it.
Yeah, Legolas did it.
Yeah.
So how big is the boat, by the way? Is it just like a normal, like maybe a meter high, or is it like really big?
Vakel, can you describe the boat you're on?
It was just a small canoe, I believe, type of boat, with like room for 4 people only.
Okay.
So, well, maybe 5. Yes.
Well, I mean, one of them's a gem jar, so.
Yeah. So
Was-
4.5.
Was that a comment
And not
about
very
my
high in the
size?
water.
Oh, this is out of character, right? Describing.
Yeah.
Nothing's out of character here. Yeah, Verendis, what are you doing?
What would I do then?
Yeah, time
So-
slows down to a halt.
What are my options? I can't get to the other boat. There's like this metal claw thingy in front of me.
Yeah, you can try the stunt Daem just pulled off. He basically jumped and landed on one of the metallic teeth. That's a risk, but you can try and do that. Or you can grab the rope and try to, struggle your way against the current and into the ship. Into the boat, sorry.
Yeah, I think I'll try the second one to get on the boat.
Okay, so that's basically a strength check. As you
Strength.
you grab the rope, and you jump from the ship, and
Oh, jeez, we're bad.
okay, so you kind of slip and actually hit your head against the metallic teeth for 6 points of damage as you try to struggle and keep your head above the current, and you actually get this feeling of being overwhelmed by the rush of water. And Vakil and Elliot, you actually see this as you pedal. Basically you're anchored, right? Skish made that roll.
No, I failed.
Oh,
I
you failed.
that
So
roll.
you pedal as hell,
Yeah.
but so you can see Verendis, underwater. Daem, the energies around you, you kind of feel a disturbance in the force, and you can see Verendis underwater tries to claw his way outside. If you want, you might want to reach out.
Yeah, can I? How far away is he from me? Like 5 foot, 20 foot?
Yeah, you need to trot and just you'll
Okay.
keep your balance, but yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna jump across some of these claws and try and maybe attack. Well, on the other side of the claws, I guess it's safe. I can tie myself to this claw almost. But I'm gonna hold on to the claw
Okay.
as much as I can, secure myself to it. Kind of like put myself as close as I can into the water, if not in the water, but not too much, and just reach out my hand and try to grab him as he goes past.
Great. Make a
Before he
strength.
goes past.
That's fine. Make a strength check. And Verendis, I needed to not Verendis, but Kanan, I needed to make a dexterity save for Sporo. he tries to jump and land on one of the metallic claws.
Is it just a D20?
Yeah, just a
Right.
D20. Yeah. Oh my God. Bloop. He's underwater as well. He failed his jump, miscalculated distance. You can hear him say, "Fuck," and poof, he disappears underwater on the other side of the fence of this fishing net. Dayam, you struggle to keep yourself balanced, and Verendis is not helping you. He's thrashing in the water. So Verendis, I need you to make a Constitution, I think. Correct me if I'm wrong, Vakil, to try and continue breathing or holding your breath.
No, you can just hold your breath for. If you take a deep breath, you can hold your breath for like a minute for each con modifier you have.
Hmm.
I think it's something like that. And if you're out of breath, you can hold your breath for the number of rounds equal to your con modifier.
Yeah, if you're out of breath, which would be
Okay.
Con modifier.
the way we are.
So let's say
So you
that
can make me like a con save to see if he took a deep breath before he went under.
that sounds good to me.
I got the wind knocked out of him.
Okay, so you managed to take a deep breath, and you currently struggle in the water, but things are dangerous, but you're not in any immediate danger of drowning. So back to you, Vakil and Elliot. What do? You kind of pedal like madmen. What are you doing?
I feel I need to keep pedaling, but Elliot, can you do something to help them? While I'll pedal along. Oh yeah,
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
finally.
Is that a natural
Good rolls.
20?
No.
Okay.
No.
It's only a 16,
Okay.
so I'm
Amazing.
+4.
Yeah, so you work, your ass out, but you keep the ship steady, the boat steady in the fast current. Very good. Elliot, what are you doing?
Jim Jarrett got in the boat, right?
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I thought. Just wanted to make sure.
Yeah, he's in.
So I will take that rope and toss it out towards Verendes and everyone else who was on the raft.
Okay, Verendis, I needed to make a perception check. You kind of thrash in the water, but you manage to absorb. Okay, this is actually good. You see, so think about it this way. You are, submerged in water. Behind you, there is this metallic grill. Excuse me. And you're trashing in the water with Elliot throwing a rope to you. So as you pull up your hand to grab the rope, you actually see that the netting is connected to the walls of the cave, and there are pulleys that are tied across the netting, and you can actually see this. How do you say it? A wheel thingy, when you can actually move it.
Pulley.
Pulley. Okay, so you see this contraction. You think it might be used to either lower the netting or make it go up.
Okay. But
Do
the
I-
walls of the cave are like really far away, aren't they?
Yeah, you're underwater right now, but you actually see it, and all the others are too busy to either help you or pedal or do something. They're not seeing it.
Okay.
So what do you do?
Well, I try to grab the rope.
Okay.
That's Elliot too.
So you have the rope because Elliot was the one throwing it. I think I saw a roll there. Dexterity check.
No, I did not. Did you want me to roll?
Yeah, a dexterity check. Right. Okay. The rope kind of lands in your vicinity. You kind of thresh a while and maybe lose some breath, but you manage to grab it. Now I need you to make a strength check. Okay, that's a 12. So you manage to kind of pull yourself up. You're not out of the water yet, but you pull yourself up. You take another deep breath, and you're kind of stable in place with Elliot holding you, and you kind of grip the rope with all the water around you. What do you do?
Um, am I able to get on top like Dame is? On top of this grill thing?
So Dame, can you make another strength check now that Verendis is anchored with his rope? You'll get an advantage on that roll. Okay, 13
Not
is
very
in.
good.
Yeah, no, that's fine. So you manage to pull Verendis up with Verendis holding the rope in one hand and you're pulling with the other. So Verendis, you now have this uncomfortable footing on the. Sorry, I just hear my son. So you have this uncomfortable footing with, you know, one foot on the metallic teeth, one hand is being held by a Deum, one hand on the rope. Where do you go? You want to jump to the ship, or you want to stand with Deum on the netting?
I want to stand on the netting, I think.
Okay, great. So
I
you
try to get a good footing on that.
Yeah, you managed to. You crutch and grip the metallic teeth, and Elliot, you can see that he is stable now. He's letting go of the rope, I think.
Should cut that raft free here soon.
Skish, what do you want? What do you want to do?
Well, am I pulling against the raft and the boat still, or is the raft all?
No, you can feel that the
crushed
raft, the raft is destroyed.
Okay. Can I see that pulley that you mentioned, the winch?
If you track the rail and the chains, then you kind of understand that there is a mechanical contraction here. You can make the 1 + 1 in your head to understand that probably there's a.
So, and just to make this clear, it's the netting itself that's causing the kind of waterfall, right?
So if
we
you'll
drop
remove
the netting,
exactly.
then it's smooth sailing on the other side.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna let go of the rope, and I'm gonna, as fast as I can. Crocodiles move at 30 underwater.
Cool.
To that winch.
Okay, so you swim like hell and you get to that winch. I need Elliot and Vakil to make another strength check to keep the boat.
Do we get any bonus now without the raft?
Yeah, that's a good idea. Make it with an advantage.
Oh,
no.
14.
Oh, 14.
Yeah.
Okay.
Advantage.
So
Average.
yeah, so you kind of feel the boat, you know, getting pulled toward the metallic teeth.
Oh. Great.
Verendis, Deum, Skish, what do you do?
Hey, Jimjar.
Jim-
Jimjar can row also.
He tries, but he's with the twisted ankle, so he kind of tries to get himself up, and he falls again.
Rolling with his feet.
No, he can make a roll with a disadvantage. So, Morten, can you roll for him a strength check?
I have it up here.
Oh, great.
That's Jimjar's.
Oh,
But
Yeah, but that was with a disadvantage.
Yeah, but if it was with advantage, it would cancel out.
Ah,
So it'd just be a normal row.
cool. Right.
That's how the rules work.
Yeah, you're correct. So he managed to kind of dog pedal with his hands, and he joined in. So yeah, so you managed to keep the boat at the same place. That's a good one. Okay, Deum, how far is the waterfall? So as Brian said, the netting on which you're standing on, this is what causes the waterfall. So if you'll drop it, the current will even out.
Okay, I'm gonna pull out my sickle and try and cut the netting with my sickle. And how much is the netting above water?
So it's kind of a half a meter above water. Okay, so
Okay, I'm just gonna
great.
do my dragon breath as well. So I'm gonna cut with the sickle. I'm gonna cut the netting closest to me, my foot, I guess.
Okay,
I'm
so
standing on those claws. So I'm standing on the claws. I guess the netting's attached to the claws. Yeah.
yeah.
Or am I completely wrong? Okay, no, cool. So I'm gonna like swipe down with my sickle and cut the one next to me and look over to the right, I guess, where all the rest of the netting is, and just breathe my acid breath onto the netting.
That's cool. So you manage to loosen it up by cutting it and breathing acid on it, and you can actually see that some of it kind of dissolves into the water, which makes it easier for Skish to, from his position underwater, to kind of loosen up the strings and the chains as well. So Skish, you don't have any problem breathing underwater, right?
No, crocodiles can hold their breath for 15 minutes.
Okay, so because they kind of loosen up the mechanism for you, you can actually make a strength check with advantage to break free the chains and lower the netting.
Wow.
Oh my god. Yeah, so
If this was in real life, I'd get new dice. So
yeah.
I was going to ask you, what is the mechanism? I was going to say, is it a crank mechanism, or is it something that I can just bite on and go into a death roll and just try and shatter it?
Oh, so that's one tactic you can. Yeah, that's probably the way you should do it right now, because otherwise, Vakil and Elliot and Jimjar will be in trouble. So you can make an attack roll.
Okay, do I need to roll the attack or just damage?
No, just damage. You don't need to roll any attack.
8 damage.
So that's 8 damage.
Bite.
And the damage from Dayum was 6 as well. Okay. So that's 12 overall. So you two are kind of trying to destroy the mechanism. Verendis, you want to join in? You kind of feel that the netting is shaking with both Dayum and Skish attempts to dismantle it. You want to help them in any way?
A crocodile latched onto the winch, shaking.
I don't think I have a weapon for cutting. I only have a bow, I think.
Okay. So you want to do something else?
Nope. I just hold on to where I'm standing and trying not to lose my footing.
Okay, great. So Vakil and Elliot, I need you to make and Jimjar another strength check, while Skish and Dayum, you can have another roll of damage. Ooh, 20 again. Cool.
Predictably, two
12 max damage.
rogues can't do squat when it comes to strength.
Okay, so
Hey, Jim, I have a bonus. At least.
So Vakil, you basically take the load on single-handedly, but it is too much for you even. The boat makes another step back, and then you can hear the netting crushes and the metallic teeth sink into the water with this crocodile eating it from one way, and Dayum is frying it from another way using his sickle, and the whole contraction collapses just in time to get you in the boat. Yeah. Verendis.
I can't swim.
Yeah. So.
I got you.
Okay. Cool. You managed to. So how do you do it, with your teeth?
Me?
Yeah. You have both Verendis and Dayum drop like stones into the water.
Yeah, I'm just gonna swim over to them and just kind of put my body up against so they can grab onto my
Cool.
arms, and then I'll pull them to the surface and get them over to the boat.
Awesome. So you manage to go over the netting, and the rush of water takes the boat and you straight into this big chamber, with the water rushing in, foaming and circling until the sea levels are kind of aligned. And Verendis and Dayum, you feel this huge body of a crocodile that helps you to regain your footing. As you drop into the water, you kind of find yourself riding on this huge crocodile. Elliot and Vakil and Jimjar, you make out the shape of that crocodile, and you see Verendis and Dayum kind of wide-eyed riding on it as you park in the middle of this chamber. What do you do now?
What about Vespero?
Who?
Respero
Vespera.
is in the water.
He went into the water and we forgot about him.
Yeah. So what do you think happens to NPCs who are forgotten underwater?
Yeah. He got trapped under the contraption of the deep dwarfs. That sounds fair.
Yeah.
Killed by one of the mad inventions.
Yeah.
He just got out of the water as this whole thing come down. Just finally, and then it comes down on him.
Exactly.
And he gets
Poetic justice.
pulled on. I get it wrong.
Yes. James, if you're seeing it, sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you find yourself, heaving in the middle of a chamber. The water are now calmer. The chamber is not illuminated in any way. You can just make out the noise of the water, and your boat is kind of shaky. With you, Skish, still in water, supporting your two friends.
How far can we see the island from here?
So basically, what you see is this chamber. You can see, how do I call it? Porches made of stone, probably the works of the Grey Dwarves that maybe once used this place as an outpost or a fishing place or whatever. And behind those porches, you see an opening that leads deeper into the Dark Lake. And indeed, out in the horizon, you see a light, actual light from a candle. It flickers in the dark, and you think you can make out the shape of this hut in the middle of the water.
I'm just gonna, excuse me, swim Deum and Verendis over to the boat and give them a chance to get off, and then I'm just gonna pull the boat over to the island
Okay,
as fast as I can.
very good.
No, please not damage dice.
So
Oh no, a crocodile! I'll attack it.
Yeah. Ooh,
Yeah.
dinner.
So you make your way fast and strong through the water to that small island, and you are relieved when your claws touch the ground. And with Vakil, Elliot, and Jimjar on the raft, on the boat behind you, so you all park on that small patch of land. What you see before you is not a very big island. It's submerged in water, but it's, I don't know, something like 60 feet. Feet is, 60 feet in diameter. So it's
18 meters.
yeah, it's not a big a patch of land, but it's covered with some seaweed, and it's kind of, it looks like a tiny hill, and on top of it you can see a wooden porch and this English Victorian house or a summer house built from wooden planks. There's a wheelchair, not a wheelchair, a wheelchair, how does it, rocking chair. Exactly, yeah, thanks. A rocking chair on the porch. You can actually see a lit pipe. You can see this huge fat black cat sitting on the rocking chair on this comfortable cushion, and you can actually hear pots clinging inside the hut, and this is going to be tasty. What do you do?
Someone else inviting us for dinner.
Are we
Yeah.
so we're beached there now? Am
Yeah.
I beached there as well? Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
I think we should cast. I can cast some kind of like figmented illusion just to lure this person out of the house, like the sound of a cat screaming or something, or a cat meowing, or a dog barking or something. So
Yeah.
this lures this person out. However, I have a better idea. I can, instead of a person, a sound, I could cast an illusion of Jimjar, so that if this person wants to come out, we would see if she's going to be hostile to this person first before see how she interacts with this person.
So if you're making a suggestion to the group, then say it. Otherwise, just tell me what you do.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. I'm suggesting. Has anybody got some better ideas? That's my idea.
Well, she probably already noticed us.
Let's hear everybody else's.
And what do you mean a copy of me? What does it have to be me? What, some kind of father? Can you make a copy of yourself? Or Elliot? Or Vakil? Why does it have to be me?
That's it. Well, I thought you maybe met her. I thought you maybe met her before. You know.
Met her? Met who? This crazy hag that's gonna cook us? I didn't meet her.
You said
sounds-
she can look into the future, right?
Okay. How about I create an illusion of a tasty young boy, and if she doesn't eat the young boy, then we're safe.
But she can look into the future, can she? I mean, if we try to trick her, she's probably going to be hostile towards us, right?
And,
It's a
kind,
precautionary measure.
and Jimjar kind of goes wide-eyed as he didn't consider it. And
Oh my god! The elf's got a point. If she knows the future, she already knows what we're planning to do here. That's not gonna work.
Okay.
Just roll my eyes and say, if she knows the future, then there's no plan we can make that she will be surprised by.
Yeah, I agree. I'll just shout out, hello?
And as he does that,
Anybody there? We are friendly.
as he does
So-
that, cloak up, I
Yeah.
slip off into the shadows.
I'm staying in my crocodile form. I'm just gonna kind of move off to the side, towards the side of the house, the side that the cat's on, actually.
and at that
I'm looking
point,
for lunch.
I'll slowly approach the house
and at that point, you can hear
with my hands out.
the cat says, "Nanny, there's a crocodile on the porch." Have you invited anyone? And she, you hear this voice. What? I didn't invite anyone. What are you babbling about, old fool?
Hello? We're having a bit of a trouble with our boat.
And the cat kind of, bobs up his head, looks at you, and turns around. Nanny, we also have a half orc here.
I'll smile and wave at the cat.
I'm gonna keep moving towards the cat, like
And-
I'm stalking it.
And he kind of, curves its back with the fur kind of, puffing out. And he says, I think I'm gonna go inside. And he kind of trots inside the hut. And he opens the door with his head, and he goes inside and vanishes inside. And you hear someone say, but you didn't close the door behind you. And you hear this voice inside says, yes, you can close it after you take a look at the crocodile and the half orc. And she said, half smoke? I didn't invite any half smoke. And he says, no, you old fool, you babbling witch, a half orc. And you hear another door slams in the hut. At that point, oops, did we just lose? Oh my god, no.
Oh, it's gone.
We lost the crocodile.
Crocodile.
Oh,
it's
he's
gone.
coming.
He's coming. Hello, crocodile.
Sorry about that. I just
Had
dropped
to.
out of the game for a second.
Ah, that's fine.
Back.
Where did you leave us?
Half smork, no, you babbling fool, or something like that. You babbling old witch. That's what I heard.
Okay, so is Jimjar saying that he will have to head out in 5 minutes? Who is
Oh,
it?
sorry, that's
Well,
me.
Oh, that's
Daniel.
you. Okay, so
An NPC saying I can't make the game.
Yeah, yeah, I'm out of here. Too many have died.
I'm done. I'm done. Okay, so in this case, I think we should stop here, and
It's a good place. Chapter 2 or
Yeah.
chapter 6 or whatever. You're playing.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Okay.
So can Can I get onto the porch before we leave and curl up where the cat was?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh,
Nice.
A crocodile curling up on a chair.
Oh, it was on the chair?
yeah.
I'll be in front of the chair.
Okay.
I would crush that thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we'll stop with this scene in mind. Actually, a very good one to
Yeah.
to go to bed with. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sweet, pleasant dreams.
Okay, thanks guys. So just to let you know, I'm usually summarizing up the session, dividing XP and stuff, and you are supposed to come up with who should get the inspiration point or points for this session. I'm voting for the drawing made by
Yeah, most definitely.
Dim here, but we can
Right.
we can discuss it
Here.
Yeah.
at the forum.
The floating
I think-
organic vegan appetizer.
Wait, on my left is Vrendis, right?
So it depends.
On my right.
It depends on which way.
Yeah.
For me,
Yeah,
he
that's
looks like he's on
Brandis.
your left.
Yeah, you're pointing at
Ah,
this now.
Skiish. Brandis.
But-
Skiish.
Okay, so we'll decide over the forum. Okay, great. Thank you. It's been great,
Alright.
and
Yeah.
we'll see you.
Thanks, guys.
We'll see you in 2 weeks' time.
Alright.
Good day.
See you until
Yeah.
next time. Bye.
Bye.
Until next time.
Thanks,
guys.
guys. Thank you.
And goodbye to anybody who's on Twitch or YouTube.
Oh yeah, indeed. Okay, so this is it. And we'll have to wait and see how the group manages with whoever is in the hut at the moment. Should be interesting. Thank you for tuning in if you have. And this is it. It was fun. Bye bye.